Hello everyone, I'm Priya Rao and welcome to the Canadian Film Forecast for the week of September 14th. It's back to school for a lot more of the kids out here in Ontario, and I've already got that fall feeling in the air because I'm sitting outside, but it is very chilly out here. I know you guys over on the West Coast are suffering with some environmental things of your own. Catherine, Anita, how's it going out there?
Horrible smoke, like the sky's pure white.
Yeah, it's so smoky. Apparently, Vancouver is like the fourth worst air quality in all of the world right now. So it's pretty heavy. My heart goes out to our friends and our neighbors to the south rather. And yeah, there's just so much of the smoke from their fires that are coming up here. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's really, really sad to hear what's going on there, and just, devastating on top of what we're already trying to cope with. So like you say, our thoughts are with all of those folks, and, just glad that you two ladies are staying safe and healthy.
Well, hopefully we'll get some rain. I don't usually ask for rain, but rain.
Very unusual thing for a Vancouverite to ask for rain, but that would be brilliant.
Well, I'll hope that the rain stays on your side of the country, because right now I'm having enough dealing with just the chilly temperatures.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and with that, I'm going to start off with Analea, who, as I know, also does not love the cold weather. So Analea Boki, our ear to the ground Canadian film correspondent, you got a lot of news. There's a lot of great Canadian films making their ways not only to VOD releases, but some are starting to come back to theaters, huh? Tell us all.
Yeah, and it's amazing. I mean, it's lovely. It's nice to know that we're kind of trying to return to normal, So Brotherhood is a nice example of that. It's had a fantastic run in the theater, and it's continuing on. It just opened this weekend in Calgary, and it has been extended in Chilliwack, BC. So for those folks out there, you can see it. And the romantic comedy about love, loss, winter, and banana sauce, I Propose We Never See Each Other Again, directed by Sean Garrity. It is now playing in both Calgary and Edmonton. And it has also been extended for a second week in Vancouver. It's playing at the International Village. As well, after an extensive theatrical run in Montreal, Rustic Oracle, directed by Sonia Boileau, opens in Toronto this weekend at the Cineplex Yonge and Dundas. So, and I believe you will be speaking to the filmmakers. Priya.
Yeah, we're going to try and set that up for sure. The reviews on this film have just been outstanding, and it's such a great and important story to be told. So it's just nice to see the reception that it's been getting, and glad to see it coming to Toronto. Yeah. So
on our website, we have a whole bunch of a whole bunch of VOD releases that have been recently released. So there's so many options that you can watch Canadian films at home as well.
Yeah, now you can choose, you don't have to just watch it on VOD because that's the only place you can watch things. Now we've got a little bit of choice coming back to our hands. So if you are feeling safe enough to go to the theater, I can't wait to get back to the theater personally. And I've only not gone because there hasn't been much out. But I'm feeling confident enough to head to the theater, but I don't know how the rest of the team feels. Would you all go to a theater now if there was a great movie that you really wanted to see?
Good question.
For me, as long as the weather is warm, it's really hard for me to go inside a theater. But once it gets cold, yes, I will be back.
Truthfully, I'm still I've always been a little more cautious, Anita. Like I would want to make sure that the theater there's lots of space around me. And yeah, I'm not quite there yet, to be honest. I'm not quite there yet. So yeah, we'll see. We're entering the flu season.
Right. Yeah.
Don't even say that. Don't even
Yeah.
say that.
And the COVID numbers are on the rise. So I'm just a little more cautious. I'm excited about the day when I can go to the movie theater and live the experiences I've had so many times, the packed house, and there's nothing like that experience, right? Being in the movie theater with people and sharing that energy and the excitement for a film. So I'm really looking forward to that day. Right now I'm just being a little more cautious until I get myself back into a movie theater.
Yeah, I hear you. You too, you're the same, Catherine?
I'm the same, yeah. I'm not quite there yet. I think this is not, I mean, this is the great thing about all these great films being available on VOD, or even with the Toronto Film Festival, they have a lot of screenings that you can attend virtually, so you can still see. It's not the same thing, you know. I definitely miss that experience. I think for certain films, you really want to be in a packed theater with people, but I just think right now, prioritizing safety is important, and keeping those numbers low.
Yeah.
Well, I will probably report back to the team because it looks like I'll be the first one hitting theaters. So I'm going to check out what's coming out, what's out right now in the next week or so. But I would love to, now that the weather is chilly, I'd love to kind of snuggle up with some popcorn inside a theater.
Yeah.
But let's move to the discussion of staying on your couch with that bowl of popcorn and go to Anita for Anita's Picks.
Yeah, I've got a couple for you again. The first title that I've selected for you to check out this week is Take This Waltz by Sarah Polley. This film stars Michelle Williams and Vancouver's own Seth Rogen. It's a movie about a happily married woman who falls in love for the artist who lives across the street. I'm not going to say any more. This film is thought-provoking, it's raw and real, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Check it out, it's on CBC Gem. The second title I have for you, it's a darker title. It's by David Cronenberg. He is a dark filmmaker, very, very talented filmmaker, and the title is Eastern Promises. This one stars Naomi Watts and another Hollywood heavy hitter, Viggo Mortensen. This film is
Viggo Mortensen.
I can't believe I said that. Thank you, Priya. Viggo Mortensen. Oh my God. I do love Virgos though.
Maybe he is one. We don't know.
There you go. This film is about a Russian teenager living in London who dies during childbirth. And there are some clues that are left to a midwife in her journal that could tie her child to the rape involving a violent Russian mob family. It's convoluted, detailed, dark, twisted, and really well done. This film is also available on CBC Gem. So if you got some time this weekend and you just want to snuggle up on the couch with a loved one, make your own bowl of popcorn, check out these two titles and let me know what you think.
Yeah, opposite ends of the spectrum there for sure. And what stands out to me from Take This Waltz was that love is complicated. It's such a beautiful movie. Eastern Promises, I seem to remember the sauna scene.
I was just going to mention that, Freya. I'm glad you did.
Yep. And we move on. Thanks so much.
Spoilers, you got to watch and check out what is the sauna scene.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that. It was quite the scene. Now we move over to Catherine Brodsky for the Brodsky Report. You've got an update on how things are progressing going back to production here in Canada and in Hollywood, and how Hollywood is coming to the Great North. So tell us everything.
Yeah, so you know the temperature outside may be cooling down, but the forecast for the film industry is heating up. So due to the increase of the COVID cases across the pond, along with the shortages of tests and length of time to get test lab results, and more major studios are looking to relocate their productions to Canada. And apparently between 40 to 50 productions are currently either in pre-production or about to go into production in British Columbia. And in Toronto, apparently the city issued around 400 film permits since the province gave the green light for the industry to start back up. And I imagine those also include things like commercials. So I don't think there's 400 films being filmed. And of course, they're going to be implementing strict health and safety protocols to prevent the spread of the virus. And just to give you an idea of what things might look like on set these days, you know, they're definitely using PPE, so masks and shields. There's testing prior to shooting, up to possibly as much as 3 times a week on some productions. And depending on your zone, there's temperature checks and daily questionnaire that you fill out before you even get to set, before you arrive for work. And things like lunches, you do pre-orders and they're packaged individually. There's hand washing stations on set, and crews are also separated into zones, with some of us also working remotely. So yeah, it's looking very different, but morale is keeping high. And you know, meanwhile, in the National Film Board of Canada has released a series of lockdown stories called The Curve, and those feature animation, documentary, and digital storytelling. And they're going to showcase 30 projects from across Canada, rolling out films into the fall, so it's kind of short films with perspective on what it's like to navigate the pandemic and the lockdowns across the country. So for more information, check out nfb.ca, and we'll have a link directly to even more information for you below. And back to you, Priya.
Wow, you know, I have to say that being on a film set is not going to be quite the same without that good old buffet line at lunchtime.
It's a big miss. And the crafty, I mean, you're not going to have like crafty anymore the same. Like maybe they have some prepackaged snacks, but like, yeah, crafty was the place to be. And
It was like a kitchen party.
yeah, I mean, that's where you go after you've got really tired of like waiting around. And this is where you connected with your fellow human beings. And now, like with the actors, for example, when they're working, they have their masks off. But as soon as they're not performing, or even when they're rehearsing, they're doing it with their masks on. So it's different.
You know, just when we were just making so much headway with like, you know, being waste minded, like not creating so much waste on set, now we like
there's going to be a lot more for sure. There's nothing
be very difficult to
some productions you can't wear your own mask because they want to make sure that everybody's masks is like up to a specific standard. So those are going to be disposable masks. So yeah.
Strange new world indeed, but hopefully temporary. So that is it for us this week. We hope you will tune into our podcast. The latest episode features the lovely Catherine talking to the very intensely talented Kim Coates. It's a great interview. You won't want to miss it. And while you're there, why not check out all the other episodes? We've got so many talented filmmakers and actors that we've talked to, and we will be bringing you more interviews. So come back every month for a new episode. And remember to follow us, tag us, #CDN Film, and join the club, because when you join the club, you'll get some e-blasts and newsletters to tell you all the information on what's happening in the Canadian film industry, and to keep you up to date with films opening near you or coming to a TV near you. And we will see you next week, folks. That's it for us. Bye.
Bye, everybody.